Okay, welcome back to Upstate Living, and thank you for joining us as we prepare to ask the attorney. This morning, we're going to be discussing long-term care.
Yes, and here now from Herzog Law to break it all down for us is our good friend of the program, Phil Vacchio. Good morning, Phil.
Good morning, Billy Ann. Nice to see you guys again.
Yeah, every 2 weeks, we have the honor of seeing you and Dave.
Guys. It's too long. I mean, it's all right.
We are blessed to have you back.
We got to get you on more then.
Yeah,
that's right. That's right.
Every single day from here on out.
I don't know about that.
But on a serious note, we're talking long-term care, and actually viewers have been writing into us asking great questions. A few viewers asked specifically about this one, so let's get into it.
Yeah, so long-term care is a topic that we get from a lot of our clients and prospective clients every day, asking about what happens as I age. What considerations should I have? What does my future look like? And at its base, long-term care is a prolonged level of high-level care that someone needs as they get older or they're disabled. Think nursing homes, think assisted livings, think aides coming into your home. And people want to be ready for that, right? They want to know if that happens, what's the situation going to be? How can I plan for that? That care is extraordinarily expensive. Average cost of a nursing home in the capital region is around $18,000 per month, guys.
Wow.
So obviously that's a concern too, the cost of it, and how do I plan ahead of time if I need that level of care.
Yeah.
Staggering right there.
What are some proactive steps that people can take if they think that somebody in their family may need long-term care in the future?
Well, like in most things in life, being proactive is better than being reactive. You're going to have more options available to you. And it helps us decide where we're going to be in the future. If you're proactive, it's a better opportunity that you're going to be where you want to be. And if I was to ask you, if you were to pick your perfect future, does your plan involve going into a nursing home? Probably not.
I don't think so.
Most people prefer not, right? So, and obviously that could happen, and we want to plan for that situation. But the more we do ahead of time, the more likely we can stay out of that. So having your basic estate plan documents in place that we've spoken about before, your power of attorneys, your healthcare proxies. There's also the idea of protecting assets. But to protect the assets from the cost of long-term care, you need to be proactive because there's certain look-backs in place if we want government intervention to pay for some of that care. Some in the audience may have heard of this 5-year look-back if I go into a nursing home. So you need to be proactive if you want to protect the assets as well.
Obviously, when it comes to everything in life, being proactive is the answer, but sometimes life slips away and we might not be focused on certain things. Let's say there's a situation where a person is not proactive about this process and you need to get the care right now. It's immediate, it's imminent.
Yeah.
What steps can people take?
So a lot of times we have clients come in that it's the person or it's the family and they need this level of care now. They're at the point in their lives where they need aides to come into their home. They are going into a nursing home, there's no option. And some plan proactively, some did not. Even if you did not plan proactively, there are always options, right? Never assume that I'm stuck, I have to privately pay for this care, I don't have options. There literally is almost always options that you have. That power of attorney we talked about a few weeks ago is really important. If I'm not competent, that's the person who's going to meet with an attorney like me to take advantage of those options. There's exemptions available, right? If I have a spouse, I can move stuff to my spouse to protect assets if I need care. So there's many things we can do. Just never assume that there are not, and always see an attorney first if you're in that situation.
When should you start thinking about this?
Today.
Really?
Right now.
At any age? I mean,
well, listen, education's always key.
Yeah.
But I would say 60 to 70 seems to be a very good age range because we're thinking about getting retired, or we are retired. We know where we want to be in the future. We know what our fixed income is. So that's a really good time to start planning in the eventuality that we need that care. And at that age, you're still young, so likely you're not going to need that care for a good amount of time still.
Yeah, moral of the story here,
good to know.
Always be proactive about anything when it comes to future planning. Phil, thank you so much for detailing everything for us, and thanks for coming here every 2 weeks. Now, if you're watching here and you have any specific questions that you'd like to ask the attorney, please feel free to reach out to this email right here on your screen. Very simple, upstateliving@upstateliving.show.com. We would love to have your questions answered right here on the show, and our guy Phil will be ready for them. Thank you so much again, Phil.
Thank you, guys.
Of course.